Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another swatch video and I have Glisten Glow's Summer 2021 Beach Please Summer Neons collection, and what better time to bust out these neons than this really hot summer that we're having. I'm also going to be using these neons in a water marble at the end of the video, so be sure to stay tuned for that. This collection consists of 5 neon cream polishes, and it is available right now on the Glisten Glow website. I will leave a link down below, but just a heads up, this is a limited edition collection and only one batch of these polishes have been made and they're not going to be restocked. So if you want to get a hold of these neons, be sure to check out glistenandglow.com as soon as you can. The entire collection of all 5 polishes retails for $55 US, or you could pick up the individual polishes for $11.50 each. None of these polishes need a white base coat, and for my swatches I'm also going to be using Glisten Glow's top coat as well as their matte top coat to show you what these polishes look like both glossy and matte. So now let's go ahead and get on into the swatches. The first polish in this collection is called Tropic Like It's Hot, and this is described as a darker pink neon cream polish with purple undertones. So here's the first coat of Tropic Like It's Hot. It applied really nicely. I could see a little bit of my nail line, so I did throw on a second coat and I reached full opacity. On camera, I think it's showing up a tiny bit more pink than it does in person, but I think this shot shows it a little bit better. So here are 2 coats of Tropic Like It's Hot with the Glisten Glow top coat. And here is Tropic Like It's Hot with the matte top coat. And here's a comparison between the glossy and matte versions of Tropic Like It's Hot. The next polish in this collection is another pink polish. This one is called New Shell Phone Who Dis, and it is described as a bright pink neon cream polish. This is definitely a true neon pink shade. Again, it was a really good formula, opaque in just 2 coats. And compared to the last polish, Tropic Like It's Hot, this one is definitely a little lighter, a little brighter, and more pink, whereas the other one was a little bit darker and had more purple undertones. So here are 2 coats of New Shell Phone Who Dis with the glossy top coat. Here is New Shell Phone Who Dis with the Glisten Glow matte top coat. And here is a comparison between the glossy and matte swatches of New Shell Phone Who Dis. Up next, going in rainbow order, is called Yeah Boy. Side note, I think it's actually pronounced Buoy, but I feel like Yeah Boy just sounded more punny. Anyways, this is described as a coral neon cream polish. So here's the first coat, and just like the other 2 polishes, the formula was super easy to work with. Again, I needed 2 coats to reach full opacity, and I felt like this polish was actually the hardest to capture color accurate on camera. I think in person it's a little easier to see that coral tone to it, and it also looks a little brighter and more neon. Here are 2 coats of Yeah Boy. I actually really like this coral tone neon orange shade, and I prefer it over the classic true traffic cone neon orange kind of shade. Here it is with the Glisten Glow matte top coat. And here's a comparison between the glossy and matte swatches of Yeah Boy. Next up is Sun's Out, Buns Out, and this is described as a yellow neon cream polish. This totally reminds me of like a highlighter yellow or a safety green shade, and it's such a staple for the summer. So here is the first coat of Sun's Out, Buns Out, and this is a tiny bit more sheer than the other polishes I swatched from the collection, but for a neon yellow shade like this, I think it's still super impressive, especially without a white base coat underneath. I actually almost had it completely opaque in 2 coats, but I could see just a slight bit of my nail line peeking through, so I did throw on a 3rd coat. So here are 3 coats of Sun's Out, Buns Out with a glossy top coat. Here it is with the Glisten Glow matte top coat. And here is a comparison between the glossy and matte swatches of Sun's Out, Buns Out. And last but not least is Keep Palm and Carry On, which is described as a green neon cream polish. Here's the first coat of Keep Palm and Carry On, and you'll see in a sec I did adjust my settings midway through this swatch to make it a little bit more color accurate. Right now it's showing up a little bit lighter than it does in person, but you'll see that in a sec. In terms of formula, this one also had a really great, easy to use formula. On my other nails I used 2 coats to reach full opacity, but on this nail that I filmed I did have a couple of bare spots, so I did apply a third, and you couldn't really tell a difference in the color between the nails that I used 2 coats versus 3 coats. So here are 3 coats of Keep Palm and Carry On with a glossy top coat. Here it is with the Glisten Glow matte top coat. And here is a comparison between the glossy and matte swatches of Keep Palm and Carry On. Like I promised at the start of the video, I'm going to show you a water marble design using these 5 polishes from this neon collection. I'm going in the same rainbow order that I swatched the video in, dropping them into a cup of room temperature water. I did use a white base coat for this just because water marbling can get very thin, so the white base just helped the design be a lot more vibrant. So I just dropped each of the colors twice into the cup to create a bullseye, and then I used a toothpick to first spread out the polish towards the outside of the cup, and then I dragged the polish towards the center of the cup to create my design. Once I was finished with the design, I just found a spot that I liked and I dipped my fingernail first into the water and then collected all the excess polish with the toothpick and pulled out my finger. Water marbling can get very messy, so I cleaned up with a brush dipped in some acetone, and for this nail I also used some liquid latex, but on my other nails you may have seen I used tape around, so if you don't have liquid latex, tape will work just fine. I finished off this bright neon water marble with 1 coat of Glisten Glow's top coat. And here is the finished neon water marble design. Another thing about these neons is that they will glow under a black light, and I totally forgot to film it, but here is a picture of that. Here's one more look at the glossy and matte swatches of all 5 polishes from Glisten Glow's Summer 2021 Beach Please Summer Neons collection. Again, this is a limited edition collection and it's not going to be restocked, so if you want to get your hands on these neons, be sure to check out glistenandglow.com. The entire collection retails for $55, or you could get the individual polishes for $11.50 each. Anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and if you're new to my channel, I do swatches, reviews, and nail art tutorials, so be sure to subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, but anyways, that's all for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!